Now to a story you'll see first on Fox 5, a jailhouse interview with a rising TikTok star accused of double murder. Now, we want to warn you, the emotionally charged interview may be inappropriate for younger viewers.
2 young men dead, a burning car, a chilling 999 call.
Explosive scene at sentencing today for Ali Abulaban, the man convicted in the so-called TikTok murder case.
The social media personality will spend the rest of his life in prison.
But what if I told you this wasn't just a tragic accident?
Y'all have a great day.
She was a TikTok star known for spreading love and positivity until Amber Holt took her own life. Or did she?
It was not a suicide. I didn't have any doubt in my mind.
It was a cold, calculated ambush planned by a TikTok star and her mother. You won't believe how far someone will go to protect their image. This case shook the entire nation, and what really happened that night will leave you speechless. Watch till the end, because missing even 1 second means missing the twist that changed everything. The chase. It was just after 1 a.m. on February 11, 2022, when a normal night took a deadly turn on the A46 dual carriageway near Leicester, UK. Inside a grey Skoda were 2 young men, Sakib Hussain and his friend Hashim Ejizuddin. They were scared, driving fast, trying to get away from 2 other cars that were following them closely. One was a sleek black Audi TT, and the other was a blue Seat Leon. The Audi and Seat weren't just following, they were chasing, getting closer, pushing, bumping, trying to run the Skoda off the road. Sakib was in a panic. His voice trembled as he called 999, begging for help. In the call, he said a car was behind them, trying to knock them off the road. He sounded terrified, like he knew something terrible was about to happen. Sakib's friend Hashim was the one driving. He wasn't involved in the drama. He was just helping Sakib get to a safe place. But on that dark road, both of them were trapped. The cars chasing them weren't strangers. Behind the wheel of the Audi was Mahak Bukhari, a well-known TikTok influencer. Next to her was her mother, Ansreen. They weren't there by accident. They were there with a plan. As the Skoda sped down the highway, the other 2 cars boxed it in, the Audi on one side, the Seat on the other. There was no way out. The chase became more intense. Then the final blow came. The Skoda was rammed off the road. It hit a tree, split in 2, and exploded in flames. The fire lit up the night sky. Sakib and Hashim didn't survive. They died in that crash, victims of something far more serious than a road rage incident. This was not a random accident. It was the result of a plan, of secrets of fear, and a chase that ended in tragedy. The crash. The crash was sudden, violent, and unforgettable. After being chased for miles, Sakib's Skoda lost control. It swerved, slammed into a tree, and split in half. Flames burst out instantly, lighting up the night sky. Within seconds, the car was completely engulfed in fire. Sakib and Hashim had no chance to escape. They were trapped. The impact was so severe that debris scattered across the road. Drivers passing by saw the fire and called emergency services. But it was already too late. Firefighters arrived quickly, but the flames had already taken both lives. It didn't look like a normal accident. There were no brake marks, no signs of a last-minute stop, just destruction. Investigators quickly noticed something strange. This wasn't a random crash. The force, the timing, and the way it happened pointed to something darker. This was no accident. It was a planned attack disguised as a road accident. The truth was starting to unfold, and it was more disturbing than anyone could imagine. The secret. Behind the deadly crash was a dark secret. Sakib Hussain had been in a secret relationship with Ansreen Bukhari, a married woman and the mother of TikTok star Mahak Bukhari. At first, their connection seemed like a hidden romance, but it quickly turned dangerous. When Ansreen tried to end things, Sakib didn't take it well. He felt used and betrayed. Angry and heartbroken, he began to demand money. He threatened to expose private messages, photos, and videos that could destroy Ansreen's life and damage Mahak's reputation as an influencer. The pressure was intense. Sakib wanted thousands of pounds to keep quiet. For Ansreen, it was a nightmare. She was scared of the shame of the scandal, so she told her daughter everything. Mahak was furious. She saw this as a direct attack on their family's image. The secret couldn't come out, not now, not ever. What started as a private affair was about to explode into a public tragedy, and Mahak was ready to do whatever it took to stop that from happening. The plan. Once the secret was out, Mahak and Ansreen decided they had to act fast. They couldn't let Sakib destroy their lives. Together, they came up with a dangerous plan. It wasn't just about stopping Sakib, it was about silencing him forever. The idea was simple: lure him into a meeting with the promise of money, then confront him. But this wasn't going to be a peaceful talk. They brought along others to help, people who were ready to do whatever it took. Over the next few days, Mahak carefully planned every detail. She chose the meeting place, gathered the team, and made sure everyone knew what to do. They pretended to offer Saqib cash in exchange for his silence. Saqib agreed to meet, thinking he'd finally get what he was asking for. But he didn't know he was walking into a trap. That night, when he arrived with his friend Hashim, the plan began. And it would end in fire, loss, and heartbreak. The ambush. Saqib and Hashim never expected what was coming. As they drove to the meeting spot on the A46, they thought it was just a late-night deal. But waiting for them were Mahak, Ansareen, and their group, hidden in two fast cars, ready to strike. The second Saqib's Skoda appeared, the Audi TT and Blue Seat Leon began the chase. It wasn't random. It was timed, planned, and deadly. The cars boxed him in, driving dangerously close. They rammed the Skoda again and again, trying to force it off the road. Saqib was terrified. He called 999 and begged for help, saying he was being followed and attacked. His voice was full of fear. He knew he was in serious danger. The cars didn't stop. They kept pushing until Saqib's car lost control, slammed into a tree, and exploded into flames. It was no accident. It was a cold, calculated ambush designed to end everything in one brutal moment. The trial after the crash, police quickly realized something was wrong. This wasn't just a tragic accident, it was murder. The 999 call, black box data, and CCTV footage told the full story. Saqib's voice on the emergency call showed pure fear. He named his attackers, describing how they were ramming his car. Investigators found clear proof that the Audi TT and Seat Leon were involved in the deadly chase. Both cars had damage matching the crash. Soon, Mahak Bukhari, her mother Ansareen, and their associates were arrested. The case went to trial, and the courtroom was packed. The prosecution explained how the plan was made to silence Saqib. Witnesses, phone records, and forensic experts showed how every move had been planned. Mahak and Ansareen claimed they only wanted to scare Saqib, not kill him. But the evidence told a different story. The jury didn't believe them. The chase, the crash, the lies, everything pointed to one truth. This was a planned ambush. Justice had to be served. The legacy. The trial ended, but the pain remained. Mahak and Ansareen Bukhari were found guilty of double murder, but no sentence could bring Saqib and Hashim back. Their families were heartbroken. 2 young lives had been lost, all because of pride, fear, and a desperate need to protect an image. The case shocked the UK and the world. Mahak, once seen as a rising social media star, had a dark side no one expected. Behind the glamorous posts and perfect pictures was a girl ready to kill to keep her secrets safe. The story became a warning about the dangers of social media fame and the pressure to appear perfect. It showed how lies, blackmail, and reputation can destroy lives. Saqib and Hashim's memory now stands as a reminder of what happens when the truth is buried too deep. Their legacy lives on, not in fear, but in the call for honesty, justice, and the courage to speak out before it's too late. Justice was served, but the damage could never be undone. Saqib and Hashim lost their lives in a deadly game of secrets, pride, and reputation. Behind Mahak Bukhari's influencer fame was a shocking darkness, a reminder that what we see online is often far from the truth. As we close this tragic chapter, ask yourself, how far would you go to protect a secret? If you found this story disturbing yet eye-opening, wait until you see what's next. In our upcoming video, The Secret Life of a Church Pastor, Hidden Crimes Revealed, we uncover the jaw-dropping double life of a respected pastor with a sinister side. Don't miss it. Hit subscribe, tap the bell icon, and join us as we expose the untold truths that others are too afraid to share.